Hey everyone, welcome back to part 15 of my Create Mod series. Now today we're going to go over my top 5 tips for people who use the Create Mod. If you enjoyed this video, I definitely recommend you drop a like. I definitely recommend you subscribe. I have a ton of Create Mod content coming in the future, a bunch of tutorials, a bunch more edited SMP episodes, so definitely go ahead and subscribe. But anyways, let's jump into the video. So every single one of these tips has come from someone either on Reddit, someone on Discord, someone on YouTube. So I'm going to credit every single person inside of the description. So just definitely go ahead and check them out. But anyways, this very first tip is from Ash. So someone actually from my SMP. And he's actually showed me on how to craft andesite and how to craft slime. Now, andesite is a vanilla Minecraft recipe that I did not know about after playing Minecraft for this long, and it's simply cobblestone and diorite, and it turns into 2 andesite. Now, that being said, if you want to craft diorite, that's 2 pieces of cobblestone and 2 nether quartz. Now, that's getting a little bit expensive, but if you do have a ton of resources and you don't want to have to go and get andesite, you can craft andesite all from this. So that means you can technically automate this entire process as well. Now, there is also a Create Mod version of this. Now, if you take a mechanical press and a basin, and of course the mechanical press is powered, you place some lava inside, you throw a piece of gravel and 2 pieces of flint, then the press is actually going to come down and turn this right into andesite. So that's another good system. If you have a ton of gravel, you can actually automate this system as well to create a bunch of andesite. So that's already brought up some ideas for my future tutorials on maybe a process of automating andesite production. So that's something to keep in mind. So the next thing I want to show off is how to craft slime, and this takes a piece of dough and a piece of lime dye. Now, slime is a vital thing in the Create Mod. You're always using it to connect certain devices and make machines, so having a slime farm is really useful, but if you're early in the game and you can't find a slime anywhere, then making a piece of dough and a piece of lime dye will craft a slime ball. Now, a slime ball needs a piece of dough. Now, a piece of dough is crafted with wheat flour and a water bucket. If you've watched my bread episode, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about, but in the off chance, if you don't know how to make wheat flour, you're simply going to crush wheat with the crushing wheels, or you can use a mill to take wheat and turn it into wheat flour. And then once you have wheat flour, you're going to use a water bucket and a crafting table or some other means to turn it into dough, and then there you go. That's how you make a slime ball. So the next thing I want to talk about is a way to have tree feller early on in the game. So the idea behind tree feller is you break a block and it's going to take out the entirety of a tree. Now this has been renamed 100 times with other mods and plugins, but the concept's still the same. Now this is an item inside the Create Mod and it's called the Deforester and it will do this for you. The only issue is it's super expensive. You need refined radiance, you need obsidian, and you need a small cogwheel and even to make this. Now, that's super expensive early on in the game. So a nice solution to that is you take a hand crank, you take a mechanical saw, you're going to place the mechanical saw on the tree, like so. You're going to place your hand crank, and you're just going to right-click. And then as you can see, it will go ahead and break the whole tree for you. Now, the only downside to this is that it is going to use your hunger bars. So you're actually going to need a pretty good food source if you want to be able to take things out like this. So that's something to keep in mind, but as you know, you can build a farm early on in the game, and that will take that part away for you. Now, another little trick with this is that you can actually connect several trees together. So let's connect these 2 together. Let's shift right click our saw on here. And then we're going to hold our hand crank, and you will see in a few moments that it will break both trees and give you all of the resources. So this is another super helpful tip because you could take out a pretty good amount of forests without even trying with just some food. So that's another thing to keep in mind. If you need to clear a forest really quick, need to get a lot of wood materials, you can use this tip. I just want to add this little thing in really quick. This tip was from Lubos from my Discord. I realized they didn't say that as I was recording this, so I wanted to add that in there. I didn't want to leave you out, man. You've been one of my fans since the beginning. So yeah, this tip's from Lubos. So the next tip I want to talk about is how you can actually climb up the sides of windmills or anything that has a sail attached. Now that's a very niche tip. The reason I'm going over it is because parkour is a huge thing inside of the Create Mod, and I'm sure that some people out here are going to see this tip and have some ideas for other types of creations. Now this came from Click the Creeper on Reddit, so I definitely recommend you go ahead and check him out. His link will be in the description. The way this works is if you climb up the backside of a windmill, you can actually just keep pressing spacebar and climb up the sides of sails. Now again, that's going to be super useful for parkour, or you can use this for other types of designs for machines, or maybe even an access to your base. So the next thing I want to talk about is called NEI filtering. Now this came from Evil Ryman on my Discord, so shout out to him. I'm going to have any social media he would like linked in the description. But the idea behind this is, let's say that I have a mechanical belt going into 2 brass tunnels and I want to separate my items here. The best solution to this is that I would use a filter. So let me say I grab all of these items. I would simply right-click the filter and add these items into this filter. Now let's say I don't actually have these items, but I want to build this machine. The way you can do this is if you right-click on your filter and hover over in your NEI system, you can actually select what items you would like to place inside the filter without having them even in your inventory. So to show that this works, if I put the filter here and I throw all of my blocks down, you will now see that it will separate our items for us without me even needing the items inside of my inventory. So this last video came from Kai on YouTube. They make some great videos on their channel, so definitely go over there and check it out, say hello. But anyways, the way that this works is it's a way for you to be able to steal mob spawners. Now, that's going to be super useful because you could even bring them into other worlds if you would like. So all you need is a cart assembler, a rail, a minecart, a lever, and a wrench. So you're simply going to place down your rail, place down your cart assembler, place down your minecart, place down a lever, so 1 block to the side, and right-click. It'll pause the mob spawner because it now links it to this minecart. And you're going to shift right-click with a wrench, and now you have a minecart contraption. So let's say I want to move it over here. I place a rail, place my minecart contraption, and then I just break the minecart, and now my spawner is here. That's insane. You can actually move mob spawners inside of the Create mod. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. I know this is probably a very, very short video, and it's not like my typical tutorials, but I had a bunch of tips that I wanted to go ahead and show off, and I needed kind of a faster video to be able to upload because I'm recording this the day that I'm doing my SMP in about 4 hours from now. So I needed to be able to export this, edit it, and upload it so that you guys would have a video for Monday. So if you enjoyed this video, definitely drop a like. Definitely feel free to subscribe. Definitely feel free to check out my SMP and other tutorials. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.